Man, y'all need to stop trusting these delicious protein powders. You need to wake up. We got a scandal coming out of Northern California, a company called Holmes Nutrition. Now listen to the hype. Everybody and their mama was saying, "Oh my God, this is the best protein ever. It tastes just like cake batter. It tastes just like a cinnamon roll." Red flag number one. Protein powder is supposed to taste like chalk and dirt. It is supposed to taste like wet cardboard mixed with a multivitamin. If your protein shake tastes like a wedding cake, that's because it is a cake. You weren't drinking Whey Isolate, you were drinking Betty Crocker straight out the box. The label said 22 grams of protein, 3 grams of sugar. The taste buds said, "This is straight frosting," and y'all listened to the label instead of your tongue.
I was lifting at the gym 5 days a week, and of course, I was hitting my protein macros each and every day. Or so I thought. So you can imagine my absolute despair and nausea when I found out that my favorite protein powder that I had been using for years was not even protein powder at all, just a sweet batter mix with trace amounts of protein. An egg, a single egg, has double the amount of protein than my protein powder had. The protein powder I was spending $75 per bag on. For years, I unknowingly was essentially working out and then immediately celebrating afterwards each day with a scoop of cake batter.
The girl in the video says, "I was obsessed with getting buff. I was lifting 5 days a week, and then I would go home and celebrate with a scoop of Holmes Nutrition." You went to the gym, sweat your ass off, and then came home and chugged a cupcake. You were dirty boking by accident. And then the lab results came back. A Redditor got suspicious. He sent the powder to a certified lab. The label claimed 22 grams of protein. The lab results said 3.4 grams. Bro, an egg has 6 grams. A cup of broccoli has 3 grams. You would get more protein by accidentally swallowing a fly while you run. You paid $75 a bag for flavored flour. Imagine the betrayal. You looking in the mirror like, "Man, why ain't my chest growing? I'm hitting my macros." No, you ain't. You are hitting your sugar macros. The lab said it had 21 grams of carbs per scoop. You weren't drinking a protein shake, you were drinking a pancake. You were drinking a liquefied biscuit, and you were walking around the gym, chest puffed out, thinking you were getting huge. Yeah, bro, I feel the anabolic window opening. No, that was your insulin spiking. That was the sugar rush. You were getting fat in real time and thanking the man who did it to you. And the worst part, you probably told your friends about it. Bro, you gotta try this. It tastes just like lemon cake. Because it is lemon cake, stupid. Now look, if a gym bro gets fat because he drank cake batter, that's funny. That's on him. But it gets worse. This ain't just about gains anymore. This is about lives. People were buying this for their diabetic family members. Why? Because the label said low sugar, 3 grams. So you got people thinking, let me help grandma. She needs protein. Let me give her this healthy lemon cake shake. You looked Nana in the eye, handed her a shaker cup, and spiked her blood sugar to 400. You didn't give her a supplement, you gave her a sugar bomb. One commenter said, "My blood sugar shot up despite the label." Yeah, no shit, because it was 21 grams of pure carbs. You weren't helping her manage her insulin, you were trying to send her to the upper room. "Here, Nana, drink this." Nana goes into a coma. Oops, my bad, the label had a typo. This is why you can't trust these Instagram brands. They don't care if you live or die as long as the Shopify payment clears. And if the diabetic coma wasn't enough, let's look at the packaging. Because if you look closely, you realize this wasn't a mistake. This was amateur hour. The video points out a typo on the bag. That tells me everything I need to know. Mofos didn't even hire a graphic designer, didn't hire a compliance officer, probably just opened Microsoft Word, typed some shit up, and hit print at Kinko's. They were so busy counting your money that they couldn't afford spell check. And the ingredients? It lists non-dairy creamer. Do y'all know what that is? That is vegetable oil and corn syrup solids. You weren't drinking protein, you were drinking coffee mate, you were drinking grease. Oh man, this shake is so creamy. Yeah, because it's oil, stupid. You were greasing your arteries like a car engine.
This has more ingredients that make up that non-dairy creamer, like vegetable oil or possibly even dipotassium phosphate, which are common ingredients in non-dairy creamer that are just not listed in the ingredients list. Not only is the protein and carb content completely misstated, but there are just so many problems with pretty much every aspect of the packaging.
The narrator says this indicates they created the label themselves. Yeah, they created it while laughing at you. Hey baby, how you spell fiber? I don't know, just put FBER. These gym bros can't read anyway. So what happened when the truth came out? What happened when the Reddit detectives pulled up the lab results? Did Holmes Nutrition apologize? Did they issue a recall? Did they say, "Ah, bad, we accidentally sold you cake mix"? No, they shut down the website and put up a message saying, "We are having manufacturing issues due to the large increase in demand. Stop the cap. The issue is that you got exposed. The high demand is the demand for a refund. Oh, we're looking for a new manufacturer. No, bruh, you were looking for a lawyer. You were looking for a non-extradition country."
I saw this Instagram post from Diamond Tier Fitness, which is this gym in northern Sacramento, that said it's selling Holmes protein. It says, "It's that time again. The best tasting protein, Holmes protein, is back and all your favorite flavors are in stock." But as of right now, they are still not selling it online. So it looks like they're selling it like directly, like hyper locally.
And the funniest part, the video says they are now selling it directly through a gym in Sacramento via Instagram DMs. What the hell? Psst, hey kid, you want the lemon cake? Meet me behind the squat rack. Cash only. They went underground. They're selling contraband flour out of the trunk of a car.
And several commenters in the original Reddit post were very on board with a class action lawsuit against Holmes Nutrition. But according to the original poster, somebody already looked into a class action, but found that Holmes Nutrition just apparently doesn't have enough assets to make it worth pursuing legally.
So here is the lesson, fellas. If your protein powder tastes amazing, be suspicious. If it tastes like a Cinnabon, it is probably a Cinnabon in a blender. Real protein hurts a little bit. Real protein tastes like dirt. It reminds you that life is a struggle. If you are smiling while drinking your shake, you probably getting scammed. I'm out. I'm going to eat a hard-boiled egg. It tastes like sulfur, but at least I know what's in it.